The South of the United States is home to many prestigious neighborhoods that are representative of traditional American affluence. In this video, we will inform you about top 5 such old money communities. How are these old money communities typically structured, and how do they differ from other neighborhoods? Starting with number 5, we have Middleburg, Virginia gentry. Western Loudoun County, 40 miles from Washington, D.C., is home to a picturesque town known for its rich history, luxurious inns and resorts, and relaxed equestrian culture. Middleburg got its name in the colonial era, when it was the halfway point between Alexandria, Virginia, and Winchester. It is known to have hosted many of the wealthy and political elite during their travels and weekend getaways, including George Washington, the Harrimans, and the Kennedys. The residents here are the descendants of the first families of Virginia, who were granted large estates by the British Crown during the colonial era. Middleburg squires established the town's enduring affinity for fox hunting and steeplechase, and it is not uncommon to see well-to-do residents parading down the main drag with their foxhounds in full equestrian regalia. Gentry families here have been around for centuries. Thus, it's not uncommon to see names like Preston Harris Corbin III, Thurston Ratcliffe Stevens IV, and so on among the younger generations. Since we're already here in Middleburg, we might as well include some of the neighboring towns in Loudoun County and Fauquier County, all of which are located in Virginia's Hunt Country and are home to the distinctive wineries of the rolling hills, expansive estates, equestrian facilities, and the state's old elite. Another one in the list is Palm Beach, Florida. The wealthy of the past still hold sway in this East Coast resort town in Florida. They call themselves the Old Guard, and they would like that the wealthy of the present and future do the same. The Old Guard, however, is facing an uphill struggle because of the new mega-rich in town that don't care about them. Henry Flagler contributed to making Palm Beach a sanctuary for the wealthy during the Gilded Age by constructing the Royal Poinsettia Hotel in 1864, the Breakers Hotel in 1896, and his own Whitehall Mansion in 1902. Palm Beach gained notoriety as the location choice for the winter mansions of affluent businessmen and bankers during the Gilded Age and the Roaring Twenties. Even though a new day has dawned, the heirs of these families continue to play an important role on this affluent island, where they proudly maintain that their social status is determined by their wealth and family tree, and where you can find them shopping at Lilly Pulitzer on Worth Avenue or playing golf at one of the very selective private golf courses. Coming on to number 3 is Mississippi's Natchez. Known for its great antebellum homes and turbulent history as the center of Mississippi's slave and cotton trade, the city of Natchez was founded on the banks of the Mississippi River and called after the Natchez Indians. Before the Civil War, many of the city's wealthiest citizens had made their money in these fields. At number 2 is New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans was settled by the French, and then the Spanish, then the French again, and finally the Americans, making the old wealthy elite. From a diverse lineage by the mid-1800s, many of the prosperous plantation owners and traders who wanted to show off their wealth moved into townhouses in the French Quarter of the decadent mansions of the Garden District and other affluent suburbs. However, by the mid-1860s, the Civil War had brought an end to their type of prosperity. The city wasn't so lucky on the economic front, and many who depended on free slave labor could no longer turn a profit on their plantations, and so much of the wealthy elite were forced to sell their townhomes in the French Quarter and return to the suburbs for a more modest lifestyle. Do you know that today the city's elite class still live in the grand mansions of the historic Garden District as well as the Audubon area? Coming on to number 1 in the list is Highland Park. Dallas's Highland Park, with its pristine lawns and lavish mansions, exudes an air of old money thanks to its affluent clientele and its inception as a privileged enclave in 1907. It is believed that descendants of foreign dignitaries and the Dallas gentry who created the city in the late 1800s live here. The Dallas gentry amassed riches in cattle ranching, real estate, saddlery, banking, and retail, to which they added part of their inherited oil wealth. Highland Park is also known for rigid social arrangements. Which one did you find the most suitable for yourself, and why? Comment below.